Hi, group 4. Welcome back. This is going to be your reading to answer the question, how can you use your energy vampire? So I see a long battle going on between you and this person. Fundamentally wrong. There is something that either you do. Tranquila. Wait. So there is either something that you do, or you had done, or that this person does, or that this person had done, that feels fundamentally wrong to one of the two parties. I see that the connection started wrong, basically. When you and this person came into contact, it was not the best type of energy. I see this person meeting you with animosity. Anubis. All right. So let's say that you met this person for the first time, and you know when people, how can I explain this? It's like they have insulted you, but not with their chest. Like, it's not like you met this person, they were like, oh yeah, fuck you, you know. Like, you're group number 4, I don't like you. Okay. It was more like, hi, nice to meet you. Oh my god, you're so brave for wearing that color. I could never. You know, like, this person was, it was not even subtle. Okay, like, you caught pretty quickly the fact, like, and you might have even made a comment about, like, wow, you know, why? You know, like, there was no need. Or, you know, you were just, and this person puts you pretty quickly on the hot spot in a difficult position where they made you feel different, for sure, but also where you had to make a choice. Okay, will I buy into their smile? Will I buy into their tone? Or will I buy into their intention that is made pretty obvious at the same time? Like, they're not really working on hiding shit about how they feel. But I see that, at least in the beginning, you didn't want to take the bait. You chose to not take the bait. You chose to not... and that was the right choice. This is also what Spirit wants you to know. You made the right decision back then. Okay? I see that there is something that connected you and this person. And you decided to put... your commitments, your engagements. You might be engaged to someone who's connected to this person. You might have signed a contract that binds you either directly to this person or to someone who has daily exchanges with this person. And so you put that other connection, that other obligation that you have, that other duty of yours, above the need to be right. You know that you are right. Like, you know that this person met you with animosity, but you chose peace. Okay, you choose to stay high vibe. You need to understand that this person was pissed off by that. This person was kind of, you know, when you are sitting on a motorbike and you are trying to turn it on, and it start coughing, but faster and faster and faster, and you know that it's only a matter of time before you will be finally able to drive off. And and this is how this person was feeling when they manufactured and crafted their personal welcome into my life for you. Okay, so this is something that, like, this person was pretty confident in being able to, in being able to cause an outburst, cause a shit show from you. And so they were just sitting on their metaphorical motorbike, and they were like, okay, all I need is this type of gasoline. So they went to the store and bought that specific type of gasoline, in the sense where this person might have bought okay, for some a very specific message, this person might have bought a specific dress just to meet you, and this might weird you out because you are definitely not dating this person. That could be, but to be honest, the first thing that I saw is that you're either single and working, and this person is a part of your workplace, or you're dating, and this person is an external energy. And so, what I'm trying to say is that it would weird you the fuck out to know that this person went as far as selecting, not only selecting, but going out, seeking, spending time and purchasing something that would be appropriate just to meet you. It's like you don't know that you are important like that to their eyes. And if you were to realize that, it would feel weird. Just weird. So I see that instead of taking the bait, instead of starting off an argument, oh, you are trying to say, you are trying to imply, you mean that, yada, yada, yada. You'd rather just acknowledge that there was a weird vibe. Like, you might say, okay, like you receive the energy, you definitely acknowledge that there is something, but it does not go as far as disrupting the overall energy. Okay, it's just a little drop of poison, but your inner ocean is calm, so it's like, okay, I can digest that, whatever, and you move on. I see this person becoming relentless in wanting to have that reaction out of you, to the point where it is going to hinder them, like they wanting to be covered in their abuse. It is going to result in them inevitably uncovering themselves, because you can smile and insult somebody, I don't know, 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. Suppose a number of times. There will always come that 1 time where anyone who isn't completely shut down like a plant will snap and ask, look, what the fuck? You know, I started with a color, you had something to say, I picked a different color, you still had something to say. I proved you wrong, you had something to say about something else. I proved you wrong in that sense as well. You had something to say as well. So at some point, are you obsessed and sick? Is this signaling that there is a different type of issue? And I see this person kind of wanting to reject you, to make you feel rejected at all costs. But it's like, if you walk away, and that's the first thing, that you're choosing to walk away from the conflict over and over, and this is what is driving this person insane. what are you even trying to reject me from? I'm walking away on my own. I mean, make that make sense. Um, but okay, I see that. Okay, this is what you're doing in front of them. This is what you're doing in front of everybody. I see that behind the scenes, this is crushing you a little bit. This is having an emotional effect on you, where you know that being the bigger person is the right thing to do for the sake of everybody. At the same time, it's costing you. Sorry, someone is yelling outside. Give me a moment. Yeah, I don't know why the local market has to be right outside of my door, or if it's just displacement that make everything sounds really loud. But anyway, um, as I was saying, you know what is the best thing to do for the sake of the energy in general, for the sake of your own energy. And you know that by keeping on walking away from this conflict, um, this is bringing you somewhere. This is bringing you to a better place. You are walking with confidence. Nevertheless, from an emotional point of view, it could be because this is staining an otherwise beautiful connection. This could be because this is just tiring. This could be just you realizing just how ugly people are. Like this is something like this is a part of development until the world changes, at least. You know, grieving your image of how human dynamics should be and embracing the reality of what it truly is costs you. It has an emotional cost, because now you have to give up on the idea of, as long as you are a nice person, as long as you are a fair person, as long as you are a genuine person, then the world is also going to meet you with the same energy. You are realizing that that's not the case. But deep down, you also know that it's better to embody your position. Like, you are grieving a very specific type of difficulty, not grieving, like you are suffering because of a very specific type of difficulty right now. The fact that you are choosing to suffer, to be humble, to let the situation trigger you, and you are returning this energy to the ground, you are dealing with this weight on your own. Deep down, you know. Either deep down or intuitively, you know that eventually it is going to help you. That when the moment comes of just saying that one thing that will uncover the whole situation, and I see that you need to work on summing up. Like, the more you let the dynamic go on its own, and it's going to repeat itself. It is going to feel very repetitive for you. This is also why it's so tiring. It becomes boring to have to face the same negative situation over and over, and from a same person, of course. And feeling like you cannot... like, it's just not wise to meet them with the same energy for some reason. And so you know that the more you let their own energy sum up, the less action from you will be needed. in order to fully move forward. And I'm seeing right now, look at this. They almost look like the same person, don't they? But you see the robe here. It's not put, it's like, it's not even not well put, it's just not over her. She's not wearing it. She is using her dress to dry up her tears. Now look at this. Flawless, flowing, strutting, going. It is going to be like one punch, one shot, where this person all of a sudden is going to feel drowned in their own wrongdoing. So in Italian we say, whoever laughs first, no, sorry, the one who, okay, there's the literal translation and then there's the meaningful translation. Let's go with the meaningful right away. If you choose to laugh, to delay your laughter, it is going to taste better. And so if you're reading this, if you're receiving this reading and you're just realizing that you're dealing with an energy vampire, this person wants to maneuver your emotions because they need a very specific type of emotional response from you so that they can assert their shaky self-image. This is your confirmation to know that it will get worse. It will feel heavy, but you are right by thinking that by sticking to a certain type of peaceful avoidance, like you acknowledge, but you don't buy into it. It is eventually going to help you, as this person will try and shoot one last desperate shot. That is when you are going to if you saw the movie Wonder Woman, she had the movie, I mean everything, and a comic as well. If you are familiar with anything that has to do with Wonder Woman, she had some like super bracelets or something, and she can repel attacks just like that. I need to feel something of this sort, like, come on now. And to them it's going to feel pretty effortless, but it's because they have been swimming in circles in a very teeny tiny pond and shitting over everybody and realizing that nobody truly wanted to eat that shit. So now the pond is full of shit and you don't want to be a part of that. You have no reasons, you have no interest, you have no benefit. That is because you, by practicing discipline, it's funny because what I'm seeing is the image of a river. And so at some point the river is blocked. And so the water starts becoming stagnant. But then the fascinating thing about the element water is that it finds solution. And so there might have been just little teeny tiny thread of water escaping. And so it started finding new path, and all of a sudden there's a whole new river. And so you were moving with, like you were walking on eggshells, you were moving on a very unstable bridge. But once you get on the other side, you realize that you are on paradise land, basically. Like this is an agent of chaos, so they are blocking the road for you in a direction where you're not supposed to go nor stay. There was way more awaiting for you in this other direction, but for some reason you were not going to just wander off in that direction. Imagine it again, a river. If everything goes fine and there's no blockage, the current is strong enough to just keep on going. Gravity. And so this person stopped this natural progression, but at the same time, if you're willing to just keep on focusing on that type of directional process, whether they want it or not, they are helping you. So you are powerful like that. Okay, you have a strong gravitational center. You are someone who is centered, so you have a tree of options in front of you. Each and everything that happens to you triggers the formation of new branches, triggers the formation of new possibilities over and over again, because you let it come out of you, because you are grounded, you know how to extract strength. This is also something that you are being awakened to, the how resourceful you are. You're definitely a manifester, a magician. You create your own reality, and I see you also going from just experimenting to knowing exactly what you're doing, to the point where okay, like I'm a manifestor. I'm a magician, and for a big period of my life, I kind of needed someone to be there and witness that. Like, give me this validation, not in the sense of tell me that I'm amazing all the fucking time, but just tell me that it's real. Like, you're seeing that, right? And that was, of course, a bit naive. That was a first attempt, so to say. And you are learning how to be fully confident in that. But first, for some of you, you might have shared stuff, or this person might have received information about the things that you're capable of doing, or just certain elements about your life that made them suspicious about your true capacity. And unfortunately, you might have met this person while you were suspicious too. This is why it took you so long to build this type of confidence, where you are no longer going to need someone to witness your shadow work, basically, because this has to do with what you do in the shadows, what you speak out, what you absorb in terms of energy, information, music, and how clear and confident you are in wanting that to be your outcome in a peaceful way. Okay, that's what I want to see in my reality. That's what I'm going to focus on. As easy as that. And you are learning also how to be subtle. So you might actually, I've seen the scenario of someone who, out of pettiness, you keep on being outspoken, being open about your process. It's just you are not saying right away, this, like, I'm doing XYZ because I want to achieve 1, 2, 3. Okay, you are just shooting your shot into the universe. You're going to know how that translates for you. And this person is going to know. that this is what you are doing. It's just that since you are condensing the energy and what you are projecting out is the result of what you have worked on your effing own, this person now has no control, no power. And so what they see is that it simply keeps on working. The only difference is that now they are no longer a part of the process, so everything they say can only be a reaction to your dust, to what you have already put out. By the time where they have developed an opinion, you are doing something else. So this is you breaking a long and exhausting cycle, and this has a lot to do with you gaining awareness about the situation, and you learning about the existence of these cycles, you learning how to measure life, measure time, including the existence of these cycles, therefore becoming more sensible to how the energy shifts, to how the energy changes as you progress and devolve your approach into the situation. This person is trying to have the same day over and over again until you break, while you are having a different day and learning new information each and every day and secretly progressing until it's time to show results. Okay, so this person is working on keeping everybody stuck. You're learning how to grow even where the water is dirty, and eventually make a path for yourself. You need to use shark logic. So sharks are very powerful, of course. And they also have this characteristic, this peculiarity, I don't know, maybe weakness about them, where they need to keep on moving all the time, otherwise the current drags them. Or they sink, I think. I need to double check that. But they're like either one of the two or both, but there is this constant need for motion that will make the difference for you. This, like, if this person is swimming in circles, you go to the bottom and you come up to the surface and you start creating waves. Boom. 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 At some point, one of those waves will break through, and you follow that. Like, your essence is going to follow that. Like, you might leave avatars, you might leave traces of your process, but your energy is going to start exiting the game, is going to start exiting that arena and slowly bringing yourself to a whole different reality. And by the time where you are shooting that shot, it's like, I don't know where you are even going to try and swim, because can you even see with all that shit going on? I'm in a whole different type of sea. So, it's a yes, go for it. And I feel like this talks directly about your intuitive appraisal of the situation. Your energy vampire is trying to make it look as if there was only one way to exit, and it's by giving them what they want, by making yourself vulnerable to their attacks. For some of you, this person, I forgot to say this, but I see this person trying to sleep with someone for convenience, to try and be close to you. So it's like whatever situation this person enters, you're meant to leave. It truly doesn't matter how much you think you're going to miss the situation, tranquilo. it's the friendship, if the connection, if the relationship is righteous, they're supposed to know and learn about the reality of this person and eventually come around on their own. You're not supposed to stay in a hurtful connection just for the sake of showing that this person is ill intentioned towards you. Okay, save your ass, save yourself, absolutely. So yeah, intuitively you know what's going on basically, and you know what type of outcome also you're entitled to have. It's just that you need to firmly believe in that as you go through the smaller loops of the cycle. So you have the bigger cycle, and then you have loop 1, loop 2, loop 2, loop 10, completion, out. Okay, but the way cycles work, it's a different type of timing. It might take you longer than 10 days. That's what I'm trying to say. It's a different time. It's a different way to measure time. It's not, of course, you place value onto hours and days and all of that, but you're just learning a different way to read reality, and it is what it is. So your 10-10, your completion, is going to come intuitively. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, it's like you're going to know. Eventually you might realize, this is funny, for some of you might realize that the date has a meaning, but you're going to realize it after. Like intuitively you're going to know, okay, it's either today or like these next 3 days that something is going down with this person, and I'm going to tell them something very specific. And after you have that realization, you check, your phone, your laptop, your whatever, and you see the date, and it's could be 10/10. I don't know. I'm not filming. As I film this, it's already November, but someone might see this video in a year, so it could be 10/10, but it could also be something else. A date that has a meaning for you could be the same date where you and this person met, could be your lucky date, like some date that has a meaning. But what I'm trying to say is that this is something that you are going, like the 3-dimensional translation of the process is going to be shown to you after you have the intuitive realization, and it's going to feel pretty fascinating. Yes, done. So thank you, group number 4. I hope this gave you clarity. I'm now going to take a little break. If you feel called to leave a comment down below, feel more than welcome to do so. This can help me confirm the messages, but it can also help other people make better translations between the energy information and their own unique practical situation. Thank you. Bye-bye.